A war between the two gangs that rule Shanghai is happening in the pouring rain. Let's meet the movie's lead character Zhou Feng. He bravely steps forward to take out his own friend Lin Hai. But this is just part of the opening of the movie, as the real story begins some time before this scene. In a casino, Lin Hai was looking for the owner, because he had apparently seized a territory that he shouldn't have touched. There was Zhou Feng there too, who was having a losing streak in gambling at the time, so he decided to read some comics. Unbeknownst to Lin Hai, the casino owner came with some of his men to finish him off. Zhou Feng, who realized that there was an exciting fight nearby, then decided to help Lin Hai as he seemed to be struggling against many people by himself. Learning that his men were helpless to fight Lin Hai and Zhou Feng, the casino owner then tried to give Lin Hai some money, in the hope that he would let him go and he could leave freely. However, it turned out that Lin Hai was not as lowly as he thought. The next day, Zhou Feng went to see his father, Zhou Mingyu, the head gangster who ruled Shanghai. There, they had a talk with the police chief, Chuani, and Feng's oldest brother, Zhou Mian. They are discussing the supply of magic powder that has recently been rampant in Shanghai. Afterwards, Feng is called by his father because he looks very messy. But he doesn't care about his appearance. Instead, he says that his father is too close to the police, thinking it's too much for their position as the strongest gang in Shanghai. His father is then disappointed because he feels he has failed to educate him properly. At their headquarters, Feng meets Lin Hai again. Lin Hai thanks him for helping him the other day, and promises him that one day, when he gets into trouble, he will come to repay his favor. Feng also has an elder sister, Zhou Jiayu. The big meeting between the gang members then began. Lin Hai's boss as well as his stepfather, Long De, was accused of being the one who broke the rules, as one of his men, Lin Hai, was found guilty of an assault the other day. The owner of the casino turns out to be the younger brother of one of the gang members named Zhao Lin. To take responsibility for what he did, Long De wanted to make amends to Lin Hai with their customary punishment, but suddenly, Lin Hai voluntarily cut off his own finger. After the meeting, some members of the gangsters had to silence Zhao Lin, who had been demanding revenge on Lin Hai. Then the big meeting resumed. Zhou Mingyu emphasized once again that he as the leader did not allow people in his gang to do business or sell drugs. On the way home, Long De reveals that he's fed up with all the rules made by the head gangster, because he just wants to start a business of buying and selling magic powder. At Long De's house, we are introduced to the most depraved figure in the movie, none other than Xing Yuyang. Xing Yuyang is Long De's son. Unlike Lin Hai, who is adopted as a son, Xing Yuyang is the son of a concubine who is considered despicable. That's why Long De doesn't really like his biological son. The next day, Mingyu was getting a haircut at a barbershop, and outside, there was a crowd of hitmen looking for him. He didn't know that he had been targeted by the hitmen, but as the head of the gangsters he stood up to fight them. Feng came in a hurry to see his lifeless father. His body was covered in wounds from trying to defend himself to the end. Seeing the state of his father's corpse, Feng immediately accused Zhao Lin was the mastermind of what happened to his father, because he knew exactly that Zhao Lin had been very embarrassed during the big meeting the other day. Zhou Mian and Zhou Jiayu tried to calm him down, but Feng, who was consumed by the fire of revenge, ignored his siblings' words. Feng came to beat up all of Zhao Lin's men, until something unexpected happened. Zhao Lin's casino was attacked with a bomb. Fortunately, Feng and Zhao Lin were already outside the casino, so they survived. The scene then switches to Xing Yuyang, who is proud that his plan has gone smoothly. It turns out that the murder of the head gangster and the bombing of Zhao Lin's casino were masterminded by Long De and Xing Yuyang. However, Long De still feels that his son was careless, as he still leaves two of their men as witnesses. At the hospital, Feng, who has just regained his consciousness, is told by his two siblings that the real mastermind of their father's murder is Long De. After the head gangster's death, Long De started his business selling the magic powder. A little while later, at the Zhou family residence, Zhou Mian was asking the information to his spy that he planted in Long De's gang, and it turned out to be true, that all the evil disasters that befell their family were done by Long De, because he wanted to run for the new gangster chief. Upon hearing this, all Zhou Mian could do was remain silent. The next day, the three Zhou siblings were discussing how they were going to avenge Long De's treatment towards their late father. Zhou Jiayu also disagreed that Long De would be the next head gangster, so she suggested that Zhou Mian should step up as the leader candidate to fight Long De. But instead of finding a solution, they get a package that contains the severed head of their spy. On the other hand, Lin Hai and Xing Yuyang were asked by Long De to seize the port area so that they could freely trade or send magic powder out of the area. However, Xing Yuyang, who wanted to prove himself to his father, went too far. He killed the harbor owner. Fortunately, Lin Hai managed to prevent him from going any further when he was about to kill the harbor owner's young son. On their way back, the two of them went to see Long De. As usual, Long De beat Jing Yuan up because he never did well in doing his orders. Long De preferred Lin Hai to be his successor rather than him, since Yang always failed to do what he wanted. Lin Hai was much wiser in how he acted and did things, which was why Long De liked him more. Then Fong suddenly came to attack Long De's headquarters. He met Lin Hai there and the latter tried to stop him. Jing Yang then came with the chief of police to arrest Fong for the mess he made. At the police station, Zhou Jiayu and Zhou Mian come to bail out their brother, but Yu Yang is still not satisfied with just being given a settlement. He demands that the mess committed by Fong should be paid according to the customary rules of their gang. Xing Yang then left the police station, while Fong felt very guilty toward his sister's sacrifice for his rash and careless behavior. Chief Rong then tells the three siblings to be careful, because he knew that after their father's death, their lives were at risk, and he warns Fong again about his selfishness. Once they got home, an argument started between Zhou Jiayu and Zhou Mian and their gang's loyal followers. They're at a loss as to what they should do to bring Long De down so that he doesn't become the head gangster. But unexpectedly, Fong raises his hand and tells them that he already has a plan. He also invites someone they can rely on to work together against Long De and his family. Apparently, Fong's plan was to commit premeditated murder on all their gang members who supported Long De to become the gang leader candidate. Due to the number of murders, Police Chief Rong then came to the gangsters' headquarters to inquire directly about what happened to the Shanghai ruling gang. In the middle of the discussion, Zhao Lin suddenly arrives, and he is currently on the Fong family's side, as he already knows the mastermind of the bombing of his casino is Long De. Seeing that the situation was getting murkier, with no solution in sight, Fong again suggested a simple solution, which was a gamble between himself and Jing Yang, with their respective lives at stake. They would both take turns to fire a gun which contained only one bullet, into their own head. Jing Yang then accepted Fong's challenge.
他妈的输了，不他妈赌了！
After the incident, Fong and his two siblings were credited with both defeating and humiliating Long De and Jing Yang. But when they got home, Fong was reprimanded by Zhou Jiayu for taking a step that could have cost him his life. Zhou Mian, however, has a different opinion, saying that it was thanks to what Fong did that they managed to gain the trust of the people to elect him as the new gangster chief candidate. When he heard his brother's words, Fong felt that he had succeeded, because his plan had worked perfectly. At his headquarters, Long De felt that he had been humiliated by Fong, and at that moment he broke off his cooperation agreement with a Frenchman, fearing that his magic powder business could be traced by his enemies. But Jing Yang, who saw his father's behavior, began to devise his own plan by working with the French cartel behind his father's back. He planned to frame Zhou Mian as the one who had sold the narcotics, so that their family would be seen as the one who was breaking their own rules, and then he would kill him. When the Frenchman heard Jing Yang's plan, he thought he was more genius than his father. With his brother having been murdered and accused by the community of being a magic powder dealer, Fong became so enraged that he decided to wipe out all Long De's family. With no time to waste, Fong went to Long De's headquarters to avenge himself. To his surprise, he found the lifeless Long De. He decided to escape through the window as he was cornered by Jing Yang and his men. Unexpectedly, Lin Hai then came to rescue him. Lin Hai then took him to a nearby restaurant to hide. He tells him that he already knows who killed Long De, and that it wasn't him because he was the one who found Long De's corpse in the first place, so he realizes that Fong has been set up by the one and only Jing Yang. Upon hearing this, Fong is speechless and begins to formulate a plan to avenge himself on Jing Yang. As time passed, Jing Yang gained control of his father's gang. He then ordered all the gangs to do what he asked, including the followers of the Fong family gang, which had been scattered due to Zhou Mian's death. Elsewhere, Jiayu comes to Fong's room, who is devastated by what happened to their family. Fong asks Zhou Jiayu to go into seclusion for a while, as he has just sent a letter of war to Jing Yang's gang to bring this whole mess to an end. Zhou Jiayu is speechless, and can't help but follow her brother's wishes. To make a long story short, Fong then prepared to gather all his remaining gang members to fight against Jing Yang. At that time, Fong also managed to ask for help from Zhao Len to join the team so that they could finish Zheng Yuyang altogether. Unfortunately, Fong was forced to fight Lin Hai, whom he considered his best friend, because Lin Hai couldn't break ties with his gang, which was currently led by Zheng Yuyang. The fight between the two of them had to stop, because Yuyang cheated during the fight. He used a firearm to finish off his opponent. Due to Yuyang's cowardice, Lin Hai finally decided to betray him. He felt that Fong didn't deserve to die in this fight. But instead of stopping Lin Hai from betraying, Zheng Yuyang then raised his gun to shoot his half-brother. Fong went berserk when he saw his friend being killed by Zheng Yuyang, then he immediately beat him with a series of punches that he threw repeatedly at the villain's face. However, Fong was still outmatched, as Zheng Yuyang used a gun to protect himself. Fortunately, Fong was no fool. As it turns out, before the fight even started, Fong had already teamed up with Police Chief Rong to ambush the place where they were fighting. Seeing the arrival of the police, who apparently sided with Fong to arrest him, Zheng Yuyang then tried to shoot Fong with his gun, but it turned out that the gun he was holding was out of bullets. After successfully killing Yuyang, Fong claims his throne as the head gangster and promises that he will continue to protect Shanghai from drug trafficking. The story closes by showing Fong walking between a line of gang members and policemen who agree with his words.